So that is the launch out the way. As you can see, it is a beautiful evening, and the plan tonight is to fish for taupe. I'm going to stay out all night on the boat. It's a bit choppy at the minute. Well, choppy. There's a 20-mile-an-hour wind, but that's meant to die down, so hopefully it does. The forecast's right, and we can get into a long night of fishing. Whoop. Oh, here we go. Oh, yours are all too small. But you can stay. Oh, dearie me. What a mess. Well, I think we've got all the bait we need. It's taken a long time. Tried shallow, deep, not so deep, back to deep. But now we've finally got a bucket full of bait. So let's get some fishing on the go, because it's been an hour. Oh, how am I, seagull? Just cleaned me boat. Right, so the first bait out, finally, is a pollock. I'm going to put that out on the lighter rod, which is a Century Eliminator boat, 12 to 20 pound class. This one, the heavy rod, is the Century Eliminator next model up, which is the 20 to 40 pound class, which is a new rod for me. Haven't caught a fish on it yet, so it'll be nice to get the first one. Oh, looks like we're snagged. Hopefully that one lasts a bit longer. We're fishing at least. Right, so that's take two. I've steamed 6 miles up the coast. The wind hasn't calmed down at all like the forecast said it might, so I've come quite far up the coastline and I'm really close to shore, and the weather is much better. If the forecast has anything right, the wind's meant to come off that shoreline soon, so I should be pretty sheltered from it, I hope. The sun's going down, as you can see. I could obviously go back in at any point, you would have thought, but the harbour dries out, so I've got until about 11 o'clock, and then that's after that I'm committed to staying out on the boat. So I've come up to a place that I have caught a fish before. I'm anchored on top of a steep drop-off, and I'm just going to fish on the very, very top of that drop-off. So let's get that bait back out. Give me a pollock. A little fat round one. My favourite. One thing I have noticed, just while I'm flappering this, and a bonus for the pollock, is that the heads are really sharp. The heads are really hard, so they stay on the hook really well, which means when you're getting pecked up by dogfish, crabs or whatever, then the bait will stay in place a lot longer. And there we go, we're fishing, finally. It's 9 o'clock. So we're at slack water then. At the minute, the wind is pushing against the anchor. We're at anchor as well. It was just too much to drift. So when the tide starts running, it'll start coming from my left shoulder that way. so should swing around a wee bit more depending on which one's got the most influence on the boat. Well, hopefully we're going to get into a fish soon. Well, getting some bites on this rod. Oh, we're in for the first fish here, possibly. Definitely feel something on it. It's not a taupe, I don't think. Let's have a wind in and see what we get. My money is on a Huss, because this is quite a stiff rod, and yep. Let's put a bit of a bend in it. They don't fight very well, these things, do they? Finally, we've got a fish. Just a wee Huss. I don't know if I let go of you. Wow. I'm going to try and bite us. Great colours on them. There you go, son. And he's away. It's not a taupe, but it's a start. Right, so let's get another wee mackie on. One bonus the mackerel does have over the pollock, so it's much easier to hold them to flapper them. The pollock tail is just collapses, so when you try to grab it, it's a nightmare. I don't take the bones out, there's too much juice and nice guts in there. Get that in the centre. And there we have it. Second mackerel bait out. Maybe the next one will be a taupe. I was just winding into this, I thought, wow, loads of slack line, I'll give it a check. Because it felt snagged, which it was, and I've lifted out the snag. Oh. And there's fish everywhere. Another Huss. There we go. Got my pollock back. Just release that at the side of the boat. Well, I missed a bite on the second rod. So that's one each so far. Whoa. Oh. Oh. Getting a bite on this. It's taking line. not the scream and run of a taupe, but it could be second blood to the pollock. Yep. They just sit there, don't they? This is a... Oh. They come in pairs, in a pack. Oh, let go. Just a head left. See what's going on in this rod. This feels a lot bigger than the last one anyway. Because it's a tail hook dogfish. How on earth did you manage that? Oh, it's not tail hooked, it's gut hooked. That's not a good sign. Don't want the dogfish here. I don't mind the huss, but not the doggies. I'll get 2 more baits in the water. I'm probably going to have to turn the lights on soon. Well, that's both baits back in the water. Just realised that I've got 4 more pollock left and 6 mackerel. I'm going to have to probably catch some more bait. I think I'm on a load of weed or something, I don't know. Oh. This feels heavier. I think I might have the other rig. Yep. Whoa, it's a much bigger fish. It's lively as well. It's making a total mess of everything. What have you done with my braid? Oh, it's in your mouth. Go on, get it out your mouth. Oh, I don't trust this braid anymore. Open your mouth. Bloody things. When you get them, you open the mouth for miles. And you kind of bloody get them to close the mouth, but no. Oh, you're going to extend your teeth really far. Come on, I just want my braid back. So what I'm going to do is cut that, because I don't trust it anymore. And then I'll try and handball this up so don't leave a load of line in the water. And get me rig and stuff back. Luckily we're only in 30 foot of water. It's me lead and me bait. See you in half an hour once I've cleaned all this up. Oh, this pollock has just been down there. Oh, it's a snag. Literally a second. Well, oh, my braid's good. Oh. Pulling the boat round. Yes, we're out. So, I think we're on heavy ground, rough ground. Last time I fished this was I was on sand. It's definitely snaggy, but we're out. It's better, so I've got my labour on. Now both rods are snagged. Right, that one's out. Oh, getting a bite on that one. This is too much. Too much for my little brain to comprehend. These gloves are mint. Just had to snap that off. It's 11:15, so kind of past the point of no return by the time I get back down to the harbour. So what I think I might do is bed down for the night and get up early in the morning. I don't think you can see very much of us, but that's me pit ready. The wind is howling. The boat is swinging around a load, but should be all right. The swell's died down. It's just a wind ripple, let's say. So it's midnight now. I've set my alarm for 5 because sunrise is at 5:30. I'll probably be up earlier than that. If I am, then great. If not, then I've had a nice sleep and I'll be looking forward to catching some fish in the morning. Good morning. It's 5:30. I've got the motor warming up. Going to get my anchor up. It's quite a nice morning. So we're going to head out, find some sand, drift, catch taupe or fish, and bait, and drink coffee. And there we go, we're fishing again. It's a bit snotty out. So we're having a fish at anchor because it's, wind across the tide. But we've got a mackerel out, got a pollock out, a lovely sunrise. We're fishing now at the top of a drop off, which I fished last week or the week before. I did actually manage to catch a taupe. It is a Wednesday and I do have work at 9 o'clock, so We've got a couple of hours out here. High tide is about 10 to 9, which is good because that means I can get the boat in and get home ready to turn the laptop on, unless the fishing's really good. I think it's coffee time. Well, these first baits have had half an hour, not even a nibble. Try one more bait and then we'll move on. Well, I'm glad I brought those in. Bait was gone on both of them. Oh, such a hard head. Second bait's in the water. Should have stayed where the husks were. Bingo. Couldn't have done that better if I tried again. So I can get right into this hole. The last mark we fished was we're on a bank of a drop off. So nothing but dogs there, or something that was nicking me bait. So we're going to try this hole. And if then that doesn't work, then we'll move to pinnacles. Let's see if that's the key today. Mackerel on that side, pollock on this. Hopefully this hole pays dividends. Oh, getting a bite straight away on the mackerel. Hope it's not a dog hole. Just taking a day off work. Better get some fish. Well, we're going to try a different tact. Just picked up some fresh bait. I do actually need more pollock, but I think we're going to try drifting. Right, I found a big bank that we're going to hopefully try and drift over. I'm on my last pollock. I'm going to have to try and catch some more. I'm hoping there might be some out here. Plenty of mackerel, but yeah, pollock's a bit scarce, which is not the story of my summer so far. Oh, I'm going to put the giant on. Look at the size of that. Oh, that is a mackerel and a half. So that's two baits out. Currently in 83 feet of water. I'm expecting it to get shallower. So I'm going to have to keep winding these in every now and again, just as we hit shallower ground so they don't get snagged. Feels like a rocky bottom again. Surely this must catch us a fish. That mackerel was massive. So I've been drifting for a couple of hours. I think I've covered about 2 miles, something like that. I'm actually on a collision course with scour rocks. So I'm going to use this opportunity to take a break from bait fishing and top up on pollock and mackerel. I'm going to bring these in, travel the next, half a mile to these rocks and then get a line in the water. I'm guessing this is a seal colony. There's so many seals. Current is raging through here. Yes. Oh, it's a good size, that one. Whoa. Bloody hell. Let's have a whole string here. Quick, before the seals come. Oh, these are almost too big for bait. Almost. Your lucky day. Your lucky day. Oh, you were perfect bait size. Son of a gun. Too small. I'm literally like 10 feet away from the seal colony. Team Suzuki. That would be Squidward 3, no doubt. Oh, good size for bait. Actually, probably a little big. Come on, bite it. Yeah, that's it. This is too big for bait. Just gives a slap on the arm. Well, we've got a few pollock. They're too big out here. So what I'm going to do is, because obviously we haven't caught anything out here, I'm going to head back into where I launched from, pick up the first mate, and then I'm going to drift much closer into shore, I think. Right well so. So I topped up on pollock there, came back to shore, picked up first mate Joanne, and I've tasked her with untangling me living prawns. We've come down to a banker mark, I would call it, somewhere that I've fished a few times and always caught a taupe. Probably jinxed it now, but it's a bit more of a travel. It was another 13 k's, so I did 6 miles from those rocks back to shore to pick up Joanne, and then another 13k down here, so we've nearly done 2 tanks of fuel, which isn't great. So we've got pollock out on the right, mackerel on the left. Joanne's got the which rod do you want, Joanne? Which bait? If you had to choose.
Oh, what, pollock or mackerel?
Yeah.
Pollock.
Right, you can have the pollock rod then. Joanne prefers pollock, so she can have the pollock rod. So at the minute, Joanne is fishing for bait and doing well. She's caught a mackerel, which I have is actually under that little float there, alive. I'm live baiting it basically. Never tried that before, but we'll see if it works, if anything happens. Something is munching away on the mackerel bait. We've had a couple of pulls on the pollock, but not as consistent as this mackerel. Also, my power bank. I've been out fishing for so long that my power bank's died, and I'm on the dregs of a second one back up. So hopefully we can catch a taupe before I've used 38,000 milliamps of electricity on filming. Dogfish. He's eating both the rigs, the greedy git. Well, this guy ate a pollock and a mackerel, so that's one each. This is, I can't believe how long it's taken to catch one taupe. Not that I've caught it yet. It feels heavy in this current. Yes, please. You don't want to eat this one, fella. It's not for you. put the rod in the rod rest and then leave it by the side if you like. I don't want that lead flailing around. Oh, it's staying deep. Oh yeah, look at that. See it swimming in the current. Oh, look at its golden eye. Amazing. They always have the eyes closed when they're on.
It's beautiful, isn't it? When they're on the boat. Oh, there's a fighter.
Yep, definitely that. It's a heavy fighter as well. Woo! We caught a taupe! We caught a taupe! Well, I having to do the outro at home. I ran out of power for everything. Had no way of of recording an outro, and I was actually a little bit delirious from all the sunshine, I think. So I probably wouldn't have made much sense anyway. But what a cracking 27 hours I think it was eventually when I was out on the boat. Really enjoyed it. I mean, fishing could have been better, but it's fishing. You never know when you're going to catch and when you're not. And to finish it off with a nice taupe, which had the potential of beating my 44-pound personal best, but I don't know. I felt like it's easier and fairer on fish to unhook them in the water. I'd only bring it on the shore or boat to show on the video really, so and weigh. I think it was probably heavier than 44 pounds despite how it looked on the camera, but there's always the next time. Really, really good time. What a day to take off work. You know, it's sunshine, barely any wind, just nice bobbing around on the boat. And I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it. So please, if you did, leave a comment, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. That would be fantastic. And as always, until the next one, tight lines.